It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Join us all winter long as we feature live San Juan and Monticello basketball. Now, without further delay, we send you courtside for tonight's action. Welcome to High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Good evening, San Juan Bronco fan base. We are here in Millard High School in Fillmore, Utah for a wonderful night of basketball. We are going to have a good night here as I'm looking at Millard lineup, San Juan Broncos lineup. It should be a good battle. We both come into this game 5-3 on the record, so it should be a good game to watch. As you can tell, I am not Rhett Sifford. I'm Cortland Lyman stepping in to announce this evening. And it looks like we are just about to start with the national anthem here. So I will step aside as we listen to that and enjoy it. And we will be right back.
As the Millard High cheerleaders present our nation's colors, please stand in the river at the beat of the pledge.
And we're back. We did the Pledge of Allegiance and not the national anthem. So that was a unexpected change, but still love to pay our respects and good turnout. So we're going to start with our lineups here as the San Juan Broncos bring out their starters.
Tonight, starting the Broncos, a senior, number 0.
First up, we're going to have a senior, George McNaughton, as he comes out.
A senior, number 2, Jagger Nieves.
Another senior, Jagger Nieves, a name we are all familiar with if you watched any of the football season. Then we got Baylor Nilsson coming out.
Number 31, Cole Duke.
31, Cole Duke.
And a senior, number 55,
and senior Trip Palmer to round us out with our 5 starters. Oh, and they are going to dim the lights here in Millard, and they give us a little light show for their lineup. This is quite the production they got here. I don't see a laser show like we saw in, is it Enterprise that does a laser show? They've got quite the setup out there, but they do got a strobe here wandering around. Lights are dim, the music is going. And we're going to get our lineup here for the Millard Eagles as soon as the hype is settled. Ooh. Looks like number 10 is coming out for them. And they are not in order on this roster, so I'll have to look for that. Number 0. Be number 12 and number 24 as well. This is the wildest thing. The roster that I have in front of me does not have all these numbers listed. So I wonder if I got a bad roster or not, but either way, we're going to get underway here and have this tip-off and get this ball game started. As I look at the roster, I do see that they have a handful of seniors and a good handful of juniors on their team, so they should have a deep bench to play off of. So that might be a challenge here for the Broncos, but we shall see as we get ready to tip. We got Trip Palmer here at the line for the San Juan Broncos and number 32, Jensen Davies. It looks like they both go up and kind of miss on the tip. And I think we're going to, are we going to do a re-jump? Is that what they called it there? Since both of us missed, does it go to the home team maybe? I'm not sure on the rules there. Jump ball, I guess. So the possession will go to the home team of the Millard Eagles as they inbound it. And we get on, and looks like Baylor Nilsson gets a quick deflection there on the pass. But Millard does recover. feels like we have some good energy in the arena here as 32 goes up for the basket and misses everything, comes back as the San Juan gets the rebound. Cole Duke now over to Nielsen, and it is intercepted by their number 0. So Millard with the, San Juan with the turnover as Millard has the ball. They try to feed it underneath, and it is a turnover. So now 1 turnover for each team here. George McNaughton now with the ball underneath. He kicks it out to Cole Duke. Thought about it for a second. Back to Cole. You've got Jagger Neves calling for it out here on the edge, and George McNaughton goes up and does not get the bucket. Millard with the rebound. As they try to pass it around here. Looks like 24 will pull up with a 3-pointer shot, and they got it. So that's number 24. And looks like Omar Suarez got that shot. They feed it to Trip Palmer underneath, and he goes up for a two-point bucket. So that's 2 for Trip. Number 10 will go inside and pull up for a nice little 12-foot shot and hits the front of the rim. Fighting for the rebound underneath, George McNaughton got it, and he feeds it down to Baylor Nielsen as he got a quick breakaway. That's 2 points for Baylor. Looks like number 0 for Millard. Tries to go up for a layup underneath and does not get it. Trip Palmer will pull up for a nice little 12-foot shot and is able to get that. So that's 4 points for Trip already. Off to a good start. As I mentioned earlier, it feels like we have some good energy here in this arena. So this will be a fun game. Looks like number 0 got fouled as he went up, and Cole Duke is going to get called for that. That is Connor Stevens. On the roster, he is listed as number 4, so I will make that adjustment. He's shooting 2. He makes the first one. And the second one is up, and he does make the second one, so he's 2 for 2 at the line. Jagger Nees will bring it down for us and pass it over to Baylor Nielsen. Baylor into Trip Palmer. Cole Duke out on the edge. He drives inside and goes for 2-point layup and is fouled on it. It looks like they're given to that foul to number 31.
Personal foul on number 32, Jensen Davies. To the top of the foul shot line.
So Cole will be shooting 2 here at the line. Just a little too much power on that one. Hits the back of the rim. He puts up the second one, and again, a little too much power. Hits the back and bounces out. So Cole Duke 0 for 2 at the line on that shot. Excuse me, on that foul. Looks like number 10 will drive inside and kick it back out to 32. He'll pull up, and it will not fall. So San Juan with the rebound there. Little Cole Duke to Jagger Neves, back and forth. Got Baylor Nielsen now with the ball. He feeds it into Trip Palmer, almost intercepted there. George McNaughton calling for it, but just a little above his head. Got a fingertip and bounced out. That's another turnover for the Broncos, unfortunately, as Millard will take the inbound. 32 is Jensen Davis. Excuse me, I'm just trying to figure out this roster. But number 10 pulls up for a 3-point shot and gets nothing but net on that. So number 10 has got 3 points. Into Trip Palmer. He saw Baylor Nielsen on the edge calling for it and lost it. And they call Trip with the foul on number 10 for Millard. So it looks like Millard is going to get the opportunity here. They did get the bucket. They're going to get the and one opportunity. And he does get that extra point. So we are at 11-6 for the game as we're in for a tough battle tonight, it appears. Into Trip Palmer, Trip into George down in the middle, and he gets a foul.
Stockton Stevens with personal foul.
We'll have Jagger Neves with the inbound here. He finds Baylor Nielsen out in the corner, and Baylor does get that three-point bucket.
Baylor does it with an optimum three-pointer.
So that gives Baylor 5 for the night. As Rhett always says, his stats are not official. And I will say the same thing, mine are not official, but even more unofficial than Rhett's. I might be ballpark figures tonight, but I'll do my best as we get a swat by Jagger Neves, I believe that was, on the pass. So Millard will get an opportunity to inbound it here at the baseline. Looks like Cole Duke had a finger on that, but they got the bucket as well. Trip Palmer will take it at the top and drive in. He tries to get it out to Cole Duke as he drove in, but just a little outside of his reach. Looks like number 10 had the breakaway there and got 2 points for himself. A nice little layup. Jagger Neves will bring it down. Pass it over to Cole Duke. It looks like George McNaughton was pulled out of the game and Cash Palmer came in as we have a turnover. So Millard now with the ball, driving down the court and tries to go over for a nice little layup, but unfortunately too much speed, it looked like, as Baylor Nielsen gets swatted, and the foul, I believe maybe it just was out of bounds. I don't know if they called it. I don't see that they called a foul. So a lot of contact, no foul, just a swat out of bounds. So we will continue to play on. Jagger into Trip Palmer with a little floater jump, and it just rims out. Looks like 32 will drive inside and gets the foul on Cole Duke. And so he will be shooting 2 at the line here.
Personal foul on Cash Palmer.
Oh, they gave that to Cash Palmer. So that is first foul on Cash Palmer as he sets, he does get the bucket. He must have made that layup, or did he miss both free throws? I missed it. Either way, he got one of them. Jagger Neves over to Baylor. It's tipped on the pass as he tried to feed it into Tripp, and it ends up in a turnover. And Millard with the breakaway layup, and we're going to get a timeout from the Broncos here, as Coach Nielsen is fired up over there. So we'll send it to a quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
Ready to own a home in Utah or Colorado? The Britt Barton team at Primary Residential Mortgage, with over 30 years experience, crafts personalized loans with top rates and expert support. Buying, refinancing, or building your dream home? We've got you covered. Sit with Britt and begin your home ownership adventure. Visit our local pros for all your mortgage lending needs. Primary Residential Mortgage Incorporated is an equal housing lender, MLS number 3094.
Pain or injury sidelining you? Precision Rehab restores you and your loved ones back to peak performance with physical therapy in Monticello, Blanding, Montezuma Creek, and Monument Valley. Covered by most insurances. Call 435-678-3869 or visit PrecisionRehabUtah.com.
Welcome back to Millard High School as the Broncos will inbound it as we come out of a timeout. So hopefully Coach got some energy into these boys and we can get rolling here. Jagger back and forth to Cole Duke as they find it over to Baylor. Back to Jagger. Jagger over to Cole. Cole will fire. Ooh, just a complete air ball on that one. I don't know what happened, but that was not the prettiest shot we've ever seen from Cole. Nonetheless, it was a shot. I'm not really sure what they're discussing here. Don't know if it doesn't appear to be a foul, so they'll kick it out to Cole Duke as Cole will drive underneath and try to get the layup, but does not complete that. So he will go to the line and shoot 2 as he's fouled by, let's see if they'll update, by number 10. That will be their first foul on that number 10. I apologize. My roster is not correct here on the Millard side, so I cannot call out names or really even keep stats for them, but it looks like Cole missed both of them if I'm correct. We're still at 9 points to 20 of Millard taking the lead. So Cole's still looking to add some points to the board here, as their number 1 will pull up for a 3 and hit it. So it looks like we got some shooters on their side here. As Trip Palmer goes inside, kicks it out to Baylor Nilsson. Baylor will pull up for a 3 and get that. Hopefully we can get Baylor going. He's a great shot. So if we can get him rolling, we might be in this one really quick. As Millard will pass it around, trying to set up a play here. They'll kick it over to that number 1 again. And ooh, he thought about it. He did the fake little pump, and he dishes it inside to the 24 as he gets the jumper turnaround for 2 points. Jagger looks like he's going to try and drive it inside as the typical Jagger running back that we see throughout the football season, but it cannot fall. Looks like Millard will pull up. That number 24 gets 3 points, as they appear to have the shooting hand tonight. We're at 28-12 with Millard having a lead early in the first quarter. We'll dish it into Cash Palmer as he goes underneath and gets 2 points. Cash Palmer can be a big threat underneath there. He can push some bodies around, get the buckets. He's a great asset to have on their team. As number 32 will drive inside and get the bucket against Trip Palmer. That's a tough bucket to get there. Trip is a big, towering guy. So looks like Jagger will pass it over to Cole, and it is intercepted as Cole tries to get it back to Jagger. And they get a 2-point layup. So they quickly dish it down to Trip Palmer as he goes up for the 2-point layup. Trying to get a little energy here on the San Juan Broncos side. That was a fast breakaway and 2 points for Tripp. Number 1 will go across court to 24, over to 10. He will try and shoot the buzzer shot, did not get it off in time. So we are sitting at 32-16 with Millard having the lead as we end the first quarter. We'll send it to commercial and be right back.
Planning a weekend project? Red Zay's Hardware in Blanding has paint, tools, grills, and yard supplies from top brands like Craftsman and Weber. Visit us for great deals and expert advice.
Here at Lisle Northern Electric, we take pride in our highly qualified team, dedicated to serving our community. Whether you need commercial, residential, or solar electrical services, our certified experts are ready to meet your needs. We are proud to support our community, especially our youth and high school athletics. Lisle Northern Electric, serving our community since 1957.
Buying, selling, or refinancing. Trust Anderson Oliver Title Insurance Agency, Southeastern Utah's only locally owned title company, serving San Juan and Grand counties for over 25 years. Visit us today.
Welcome back to San Juan basketball here in Millard, Utah. Millard High School. We are in Fillmore, Utah, as we inbound it to start the second quarter here. Jagger looks like taking a little control, kicks it out to Cole Duke. Cole will drive inside. It looks like maybe a little contact there that wasn't able to go. A couple rebound attempts from Tripp and George McNaughton. And neither one of them could get the putback for those 2 points, but it looks like George is going to get the foul, so he's at the line shooting 2. And they gave that to their number 10, so that'll be 2 fouls on that number 10 player for Millard, as George puts up the first one and just a little too much juice on it. Hits the back of the rim and bounces out. And George is going to shoot his second shot here. We'll see if we can get it to fall. And George is on the board here with his first point. Millard with the ball now as they pass it around the top of the key. Their number 10 over to the number 1. It looks like number 0 called it for underneath there as he was wide open, but they did not see that. They'll kick it out to that number 1. He's got the hot hand and it hits the rim, bounces out. Now a couple of bigs go up to contend the layup there and had George McNaughton and Chip Palmer. That's a tough shot to make there. It looks like they're going to call the jump ball. And the possession will stay with Millard here as they inbound it. Out to number 1. And they will pass it around as they try to set up a play. Broncos moving their feet out there, making it tough for him. As he loses the ball and as he drives in and loses it, it's going to stay for Millard. But Broncos being very active on their defense. Some great foot movement, great hands, making it very tough for them. Looks like that number 10 is going to try and drive in and loses the ball. So that's a turnover on Miller as Jagger Neves brings it down the court, dishes it over to Cole Duke. Cole will drive and get blocked by number 32 as he went up for the layup. So Millard with the ball now as Cole Duke gets blocked. Over to the number 1, and he continues with his hot hand. That's another 3-point shot from him. They'll dish it into Trip Palmer. Trip can't seem to get anything going. He dishes it back out to Jagger. Jagger will drive inside and go for the 2-point shot. A little 6-foot jumper there inside. So that will be 2 points for Jagger. And I have that as the first 2 points for Jagger. And they quickly dish it down to Baylor Nilsson as he had the breakaway and hits the side of the backboard. Millard will drive in against George McNaughton, not able to get it to fall. They get the rebound and go up for it again not able to fall. Cole Duke with the rebound there. And Jagger Neves over to Baylor Nilsson, back to Jagger, over to Cole Duke. Jagger at the top of the key, over to Cole, back to Jagger. He thought about it, back to Cole, and Cole will pull up for it and hit the front of the rim there and kind of rolls off. So that one not able to fall for the Broncos. Millard will pass it around the top of the key, kick it over to the corner for number 0, and he is able to hit the 3-point bucket. As Coach Nilsson over there, a little frustrated, says you got to put your hands up. Talking to the players there. Jagger over to Cole. Cole inside to Trip Palmer. Trip with the quick turnaround, not able to get it to fall. Millard now dishes it down court. Number 32 driving in, lots of contact. Looks like he got the 2-point bucket with the and one opportunity. Let's see who they're going to give that foul to. Looks like they're going to give that foul to George McNaughton. That will be his first of the game as Cole Duke comes out, and we got Brig Palmer coming in. Let's see if Brig can bring some energy to us as number 32 will take his and one opportunity and does get it. So that's a 3-point play there as we get another timeout from the Broncos. So that leaves us down with 3 timeouts left and Miller's with all 5. Hopefully coach can get some energy as we'll send it to commercial really quick and be right back.
At Energy Fuels, creating opportunities and participating in the local community is important to us. Thanks to our dedicated employees, we're safely producing critical materials that support cleaner energy sources and a better planet for future generations. Knowing that the youth of today will make great contributions tomorrow, Energy Fuels is a proud supporter of high school athletics within our communities.
Welcome back as we come out of a timeout from the San Juan Broncos. That leaves San Juan with 3 timeouts left. Millard having all 5. We're at 41-19 with Millard having the lead. The Broncos try to find some energy and seeing if they can get it going here. Brig Palmer, as I said, subbed in. He takes a quick shot, does not go. It looks like George McNaughton with the rebound and the putback. So George got 2 more points. Looks like they got some tough defense happening here as number 2 somehow finds a way to drive past and get a 2-point layup. Looks like we got Brigg at the top of the key now as Jagger has taken a side position. Baylor Nilsson with the ball. He takes a 3-point shot and doesn't fall, rims out, but Tripp Palmer with the rebound and the putback. So Tripp with 2 points there. Looks like Millard's going to kind of slow things down for a minute as they try to develop a play. They're going to call the foul on Jagger, I believe, but we'll see if we can confirm that. Yeah, they're going to give Jagger a foul there. Looks like Cole Duke is coming back in for Baylor Nilsson as Jagger gets the foul, and that'll be his first for the night as Miller goes to inbound here. They feed it down to 32 against a George McNaughton down there. They'll kick it out to that number 2. He'll take a 10-foot jumper and just not able to get it. So Brigg Palmer going to get the rebound and bring it down the court for us, excuse me. Tripp Palmer into George McNaughton. George out to Cole Duke. Number 1 with the reach in, hits the ball, disrupts the play. It looks like George is coming out and Palmer comes in for him. As we rotate out our bigs, Cole Duke into Jagger Neves, into Tripp Palmer. Tripp looking to do something, out to Jagger. Over to Cole, into Cash Palmer. Cash kicks it back out. Jagger's going to take a 3-point shot, and he's able to get that. So that is 3 points for Jagger, hoping to spark a little energy here. As we are sitting 43-26 with a Millard lead. It looks like Cole Duke may have gotten a block on that. I think he may have gotten a finger on that 3-point shot. Brigg is going to drive in, kick it back out to Jagger. Jagger's going to drive in and take a 12-foot jumper. Not able to go. Tripp with the rebound as they pass it around back into Tripp. He'll take a 15-foot jumper. Not able to hit that, but he was fouled, so he's going to get 2 shots here at the line. Looks like they're going to give it to number 1, and that'll be his first. That number 1 with the green shoes out here, he's had the hot hand. He's hit a couple good shots. Tripp Palmer's going to take his 2 shots, hits the first. So as I stated, Rhett says his stats are unofficial, and I'm going to say my stats are ballpark unofficial. But that is, according to my sheet, he has 9 points in the game. Tripp Palmer with 9 points. As he gets ready to shoot his second shot. And he does get both of them, so that puts Tripp Palmer at 10 points on the evening. That number 1 is going to keep the ball and drive and see if he can get something to happen. It goes off the side of the board. It looks like he maybe stepped out of bounds, or I'm not sure what the call was there, but either way, it's a turnover. And San Juan's going to get the ball. As Cole Duke inbounds it to Jagger Neves, and Jagger will bring it down over to Brigg. Brigg into Tripp. Tripp out to Cole Duke as he shoots the 3-point shot. Not able to fall, but Tripp Palmer with the rebound. Tripp out to Brigg, it looks like. Back to Tripp. Cross court to Jagger Neves. Jagger looking to feed it to Cash. Cash back out to Jagger with the 3-point shot. Short, an air ball there. I don't know if that was tipped or just a short shot. Either way, Millard has it, and they're going to drive inside, it looks like, with lots of contact, and he's going to end up traveling. Number 32 with the travel, so that's going to be a turnover for Millard, with San Juan getting the ball. Brigg Palmer into Jagger Neves as Jagger brings it down. Looking to set something up over to Cole Duke. Cole back over to Jagger. And Jagger looks like they're just going to pass it around the top of the key. Feeds it into Cash Palmer. Just a little too much. Hit the fingertips of Cash and not able to control it and goes out of bounds. So that's another turnover. According to my paper here, that is 6 turnovers for the Broncos to 4 turnovers on Millard. So Broncos unfortunately winning the turnover game here with 6-4. As Millard looks to develop a play. As San Juan again has some quick feet. They're making it very tough on him with the turnover as they try to dish it inside. So that'll bring their turnovers to 5. as Cole Duke pulls up and hits the three-point bucket. That's Cole's first points on the evening, I do believe. A nice three-point shot from him. George McNaughton with some tough defense there, able to interfere with it. Baylor Nilsson will pull up for three, and Jagger actually gets a swat on the rebound there, kick it back out, so we'll have a second opportunity here. They'll dish it out to Baylor. Baylor over to Jagger. He thought about it, had the pump fake. Baylor, top of the key, dishes into George McNaughton. George fighting for it, kicks it out to Jagger. He pumps twice on that one. They dish it over to Cash. Cash out to Jagger. Jagger will fire that one now, and with a three-point bucket. So that's 3 points for Jagger. That gives him 8 on the evening. As their number 32 will pull up at the top of the key. We've seen him inside the key all night. He has the open opportunity to shoot at the top, and he took it. 3-point bucket for their number 32 there. As they pass it around, try to dish it into George, another turnover for the Broncos. A lot of contact underneath as 32 travels, so that will be a lucky break for the Broncos here, as it looks like he was fighting to get in that layup. Looks like Jagger's going to roll it into Baylor. Baylor's going to let it roll, save a little clock here. As they pass it around the top of the key, and George kicks it back out to Jagger. Jagger will take the corner three-point shot. No good. Cole Duke goes up for the rebound and not able to pull it in. And as the buzzer sounds, they will fire off a shot, and it'll be well short. So we are going to go into halftime 46-34 with a Millard lead. As we are here with San Juan Broncos, we will send it to commercial for the time being and be back with some San Juan Bronco action.
Blue Mountain Foods, Monticello's hometown grocer, offers fresh meat, deli, bakery, and curbside pickup. Check BlueMountainFoods.com for weekly specials. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 64 West Center Street.
Canyonlands Tire and Blanding offers top quality tires, auto repairs, and fast service. Stop by for all your tire needs. Your local tire experts at Canyonlands Tire.
At Red Mechanical, we believe strong communities start with strong support, and that includes cheering on our local high school athletes. We've proudly served the Four Corners with dependable HVAC and plumbing solutions, keeping homes and businesses comfortable season after season. From the field to your front door, we're here for you. Red Mechanical, proud supporters of high school sports and our local communities.
San Juan Building Supply in Blanding has lumber, tools, and building materials for any project. Enjoy quality products and expert advice. Call 435-678-2000 or come in and see us at 1050 South Main Street.
San Juan Credit Union. Your money, your future, your credit union. We have branches available in Blanding, Monticello, and Bluff. Come on down and see us.
San Juan County Adult Education empowers adults with technical, business, and college skills to join the workforce. Earn a high school diploma or GED. Visit a USU Learning Center or email gina.grover@sjsd.org to learn more. For over 75 years, San Juan Health has offered top medical care in Blanding, Monticello, and Spanish Valley. Visit sanjuanhealth.org for our services. San Juan Health, chasing perfection since 1947.
Utah Navajo Health System is a series of community health centers providing medical, dental, and behavioral health care to Utah Navajo. With operations in Blanding, Montezuma Creek, Monument Valley, Navajo Mountain, and Monticello, UNHS offers a remarkable variety of services to our patients throughout San Juan County and the northern portion of Navajo Nation.
Need fast internet in San Juan County? Emory Telcom delivers blazing fast fiber with no contracts and free installation. Power your home with reliable connectivity. Visit emorytelcom.com for details today.
Get the resources and quality of a big school education and the support of a smaller school at Utah State Blanding. Explore over 70 degree and certificate programs to find your perfect fit and experience personalized learning with small class sizes and dedicated faculty while getting the classic college experience. A Utah State education is affordable too, thanks to competitive tuition and tons of scholarship opportunities. Visit blanding.usu.edu to learn more about becoming an Aggie in Blanding.
In career and technical education, your classroom is more than a place to learn. It's where your future begins. Here, you'll gain real-world skills and turn your talent into opportunity. Learn the skills, build your dream, and step into your career starting today.
Desert Rivers Credit Union offers mortgages, low fees, and great rates for all credit scores. Enjoy local service and a nationwide ATM network. Desert Rivers Credit Union, for people, not profit.
Since 2009, Blue Mountain Hospital has set the standard for rural healthcare, bringing excellence in healing, quality care, and inspired staff to San Juan County. We offer the county's only accredited sleep center, compassionate labor and delivery, top-tier emergency care, and flexible dialysis options. At BMH, our comprehensive services are delivered by a passionate team. Visit bmhutah.org to learn more. We can't wait to meet you.
San Juan Public Health in Blanding offers vital records, immunizations, WIC, and health education. Protect your family's health with our services. Visit 735 South 200 West or call 43558733838.
Holiday Construction is your one-stop source for gravel, concrete, excavation services, and custom hauling. We've proudly served San Juan County with quality and dedication for over 40 years. Call Holiday Construction today at 435-678-2028. We're proud supporters of high school sports and our community.
With a changing economy and advancing technology, it's time that marketing and selling of real estate in San Juan County catches up. Four Corners Homes and Property Management is changing the game. Every Four Corners Homes listing includes 3D mapping and virtual tours, professional photos, a digital and global 21st century footprint, and marketing exposure that makes it easy for buyers to find and identify what makes your listing unique. Marketing and exposure sells real estate, and if you want the best, you need Four Corners Homes on your team. Find us at fourcornershomes.net or call 801-404-0058.
Men can take a hit. We can tough it out. We're told to suck it up a lot more than we're asked to talk it out. We don't ask for help because we should be able to handle it on our own. But the truth is, the only way to tackle what's up here is by talking it out. To simply say what we're feeling. With friends, family, or the Utah Crisis Hotline is always available. Put this number in your contacts right now, and if you're ever wondering if you have someone to talk to, you do, 24/7.
Hello, my name is David Palmer, and I am the Parks and Recreation Director for the City of Blanding.
Hi, my name is Sylvia Stubbs. As a recently elected San Juan County Commissioner,
We are so excited to collaborate with SJC-PAC, Coalition, and San Juan Counseling to bring parents-empowered messaging to our beautiful Wellness Center pool area.
Parents Empowered is a Utah campaign designed to help parents understand the power they have and reducing the risk of underage drinking.
Survey data tells us that youth perception of risk in San Juan County in all grades went from 83.6% in 2019 to 68.3% in 2021. This means our kids don't understand the damage that alcohol and other drugs can cause on their developing brains.
Did you know that Utah teens reported that parental disapproval is the #1 reason they choose not to drink?
Never assume your children know what your rules, expectations, and attitudes are. Write them down and discuss them with your kids so they understand the reasons behind them.
Bonding is essential to preventing underage drinking. Children are less likely to drink when the parents are involved in their lives and when children and the parents feel close to one another.
Together, we can help build a stronger San Juan County.
Let's do this!
Welcome back to Millard High School as we are set to start the third quarter here with about a minute left. As I quickly run through the stats here, I got George McNaughton with 3 points on the night, Jagger Neves with 8, Baylor Nilsson with 8, Cash Palmer with 2 points, Cole Duke with 3 points, and Trip Palmer is our lead scorer with 10 points on the night. As we start the third quarter, we are sitting at 46-34 Millard with the lead. I believe they've had the lead the whole night. I don't know that the Broncos have taken the lead from them, but we certainly had a good comeback in the second quarter. Great effort. I believe we outscored them. I can't confirm that, as my roster don't allow me to keep score here for Millard, but I believe we outscored them in the second quarter, giving us a little bit of a comeback and back in this game here as we are quickly approaching, only a 12-point game here to start the third quarter. So certainly doable. I would love to know what Coach Easton Nielsen had to say in the locker room, if he had any inspirational thoughts or what the hype or energy was in that locker room, but it appears our boys are set and ready to come back into third quarter, ready for action. As we look at the turnovers, San Juan is leading in the turnovers with 6 and Millard only having 5. So it looks like we've got George McNaughton, Trip Palmer, Baylor Nilsson, Jagger Neves, and Cole Duke on the court to start the third quarter. I believe that's our starting lineup. So we're starting the third quarter with the same 5 that we started the game with, as Jagger Neves will take the inbound. And we are off in the third quarter. Jagger's going to try and drive inside. He'll kick it across court to Cole Duke. Cole feeding it into Trip Palmer. Trip driving with a 2-point bucket there. I think the Millard crowd was a little surprised he didn't get the charge there, as he kind of lowered his shoulder and did a little bumping, but they let him play on. Like we like to see that. They're going to call George McNaughton on the foul, as 32 will drive in underneath to try and get the layup. So that will give George a foul and a 2-point opportunity to number 32 for Millard. That will be his second foul on George. And he will get the double bounce on his first shot, and it does not go in. Maybe the wind blew in our favor on that one, I'm not sure, but he'll take his second opportunity here, and it will hit the front of the rim. So he goes 0 for 2 at the line. As Jagger Neves will feed it down to Cole Duke. Cole back out to Jagger. Jagger looks back with the interception. So another turnover for the Broncos, as number 0 with the interception takes it all the way to the hole and gets a 2-point layup. Jagger will feed it over to Baylor Nilsson. Baylor back to Jagger. Neves. Looks like Duke back to Neves. Into Trip Palmer for a little 12-point shoot. 12-point shot. Gets the 2-point bucket. So that'll be 2 more points for Trip. I have him at 14 points for the night as our lead scorer. As we play some tough defense underneath, number 10 is driving and loses it. And they're going to call it Millard ball, as it must have gone off the foot of Cole Duke, or I'm not sure who that went off of, but either way, Millard will maintain possession on this. As they look to inbound it, they will get it in. Top of the key, they'll kick it out to the side, back to the top. That 32 is going to think about it, see that George McNaughton was ready for that one, and he will bail on that plan, but number 10 will drive in and get the 2-point bucket layup against a Cole Duke. And Baylor Nilsson will take it down over to Cole. Cole back to Baylor. Baylor over to Jagger. Jagger quickly into George McNaughton, who will take it over to Trip Palmer, and Trip will get the two-handed slam dunk. So that'll give Trip Palmer 16 points on the night. That big slam dunk. Hopefully we get some energy flowing here as we are now a 10-point game, 50-40. That number 0 on Millard will take a 3-point shot and just hit the back of the rim. Trip Palmer with the rebound over to Baylor. Nilsson Baylor over to Cole Duke as he will gets the ball back and over to Jagger. Jagger will drive, kick it out across court to Cole Duke, who puts up the 3-point shot and not able to get it. Hits the back of the rim. Millard gets the rebound and comes down low. Looks like they're going to get Baylor Nilsson for the foul, I believe, on that one as he was driving low. I think he hooked that arm as he was going in. So that's Baylor Nilsson with his first foul. And I guess it was not on the shot. It was on the drive, they're going to call it. So that'll not be a shooting foul. However, 32 is going to drive and get fouled. I believe this will be the third foul on George McNaughton, but we'll see what numbers they put up on the board here. Indeed, they will give it to George McNaughton for his third foul of the evening. I wonder if we'll see a Cash. Yep, we see Cash Palmer lined up at the table to come in for George, I could imagine. As 32 will put up his first shot and not able to get it to fall. Cash Palmer will come in for George McNaughton. This number 32 will put up his second shot attempt here. And he will hit the front of the rim. So he goes 0 for 2 at the line on that. As they quickly move it down court to a Baylor Nilsson who takes it inside and not able to get it to fall, but Jagger needs with the rebound as he looks to reset, develop a play. A little back and forth from Jagger to Cole into Cash Palmer. Cash with the 2-point layup, not able to get it. Just it rolls off the front of the rim there, and they quickly feed it down to number 24 as it looked like he was wide open in the back door there. He's able to get the 2-point layup. They're going to say it's a turnover as Cole Duke, I believe, lost the ball on that. So that'll be another turnover on the Broncos, unfortunately. Millard with the ball now. Millard's going to dish it down court quickly to number 32 as the Broncos seem to not even be aware that it was inbounded. But nonetheless, Broncos are got the ball, and they're going to try and make a drive here. A little pass around into Trip Palmer, trip into Cash. Cash Palmer goes up and gets the foul. So Cash Palmer are going to be shooting 2 shots here as they give that foul to number 12. That'll be his second foul on the evening. As Cash puts up his first shot and rims around, not able to go in. So Cash Palmer with his second attempt here. Hits the back of the rim, not able to fall either. So it looks like he'll stay at his 2 points as he goes 0-2 at the line there. Number 24 will pull up against a Trip Palmer, I believe that was, as they look to inbound it with a turnover here. Maybe a little sloppy passing, so Millard's going to capitalize on that. As the Broncos had a slow floater pass there. And again, they will have a turnover as Jagger Neves tries to feed it into Cash Palmer. It just goes over his head. Not sure if they didn't communicate there, if they didn't see it, but nonetheless, it'll be a turnover. Looks like we got Brig Palmer into the game now, and we got Bo Yeomans as Cash and I believe Baylor come out of the game. So now we got Bo Yeomans in there, filling that big position as their number 10 will drive in and get 2-point layup. Brig will dish it into Cole Duke as Cole makes a drive down into Trip Palmer. He'll kick it back out to Brig. Brig over to Cole. Back inside to Trip Palmer as he's met with 3 defenders. Cole will get it on the outside and drive in and not able to get it to go. Nice little interception as Millard thought they had the breakaway, but they got the interception there. That was a good heads-up play as Jagger pulls up and gets the air ball shot there from about 10 feet away. And it looks like the Broncos are going to get the steal here. Bo Yeomans with the ball. So that'll be a turnover against Millard. Brigg over to Jagger, Jagger over to Cole. Cole's going to drive inside and get blocked by number 32 here as he looks at the ref wondering, you know, there was a lot of contact there. I don't know about that, but nonetheless, no call. And that number 10 is going to drive and get a 2-point layup. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a timeout here. They feed it into Trip Palmer. Trip out to Cole Duke. Cole set it back out to Brigg. Brigg into Trip. Trip will feed it down into Bo Yeomans as he steps out of, or jumps out of bounds, but quickly throws the ball off of a Millard player. So it looks like we're going to get the inbound at the baseline here from a Jagger Neves. And a chance to reset with 16 on the shot clock. We're at a 63-40 with the Millard lead. Trip Palmer with the turnaround jumper. Rolls around the rim and comes out. So Millard with the breakaway against a Trip Palmer. He goes up. I think he got a piece of that one. So I'm going to say that was a block from Trip Palmer there as they tried to get the layup. Brigg over to Cole. Cole back to Brigg. Feed it into Trip Palmer. He's going to feed it into Bo Yeomans as it's swatted away. And they will quickly drive in. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout here from Easton Nilsson as the Broncos have fallen 65-40. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. We will send it to a quick commercial and be right back.
Oh, yeah, I got it. How to nourish plant. How to rescue plant. How to... Where to buy new plant.
Diamond Propane in Blanding, Utah is the only locally owned and operated propane dealer in San Juan County. Call Chas Jacobson today at 435-678-2010 to fill your tank. Diamond Propane is a proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Ready to own a home?
Welcome back to Millard High School. As many of you are watching online, as we look around the gym here, there's only about a handful of people that were able to travel out to Fillmore, and I certainly don't blame those that were not able to travel. It was quite the trek to get out here. But we have many viewers online to watch this game and give support to the San Juan Broncos as we inbound it coming out of a timeout. We will pass it around. Jagger now with the ball. Jagger will dish it over to Cole. Cole over to Baylor Nilsson as he drives inside. Tries to get it to a Trip Palmer that bounces around and goes off of a Millard player. So Broncos will maintain possession here with 15 on the shot clock. So Jagger will inbound it here. He goes quickly into a Bo Yeomans. That's Brigg Palmer. It'll go off of Briggs' fingertips and kind of bounce around. It's quite difficult to tell who's who when they got the same hairstyle with that bleach blonde hair and shaved sides. A lot of these kids look the same, but on the inbound, they try to get it to a Brigg Palmer, I believe it was, and it's a turnover, unfortunately. So Millard now with the ball. As what appears to be a moving screen there, but I'm certainly not an official. But that number 32 looked like he was set as a screen, but his feet were moving, so I'm not sure what happened there. Nonetheless, there's 19 on the clock as the Broncos are playing some tough defense. Jagger with a block on the inbound there. He goes against the number 0, tries to inbound it. He gets it underneath him over to number 32. 32 against Trip Palmer there. Drives in and does not get the layup, but he's certainly fighting for the ball here as the Broncos do recover. Jagger now with the ball over to Cole Duke. Cole back out to Jagger for a reset. Over to Brigg. Brigg over to Baylor. Baylor feeds it inside to Trip Palmer. Trip tries to get something going and tries to pass to kick it back out and ends up in a turnover. Number 10 of Millard will drive down and get the layup against us. Now Jagger over to Baylor, Baylor over to Brigg, as Brigg will drive inside and take a 15-foot jumper. He's able to get 2 points, so that's Brigg Palmer with 2 points, his first 2 of the evening according to my paper. Looks like we're gonna press him a little bit. Do some tough defense as number 24 will get the 3-point shot against Trip Palmer there. The quickly goes down the court. Trip Palmer with the pull up. He gets a 2-point shot. Now we continue to press as it appears to be effective. We get a turnover. He's gonna throw it back down court, and Cole, oh, excuse me there. It looks like Cole Duke is able to get the ball. He goes in, tries to do a buzzer shot layup and not able to fall. So we are at 70-44 as we end the third quarter. We'll send it to a quick commercial and we'll be right back.
Pain or injury sidelining you? Precision Rehab restores you and your loved ones back to peak performance with physical therapy in Monticello, Blanding, Montezuma Creek, and Monument Valley. Covered by most insurances. Call 43567-83869 or visit precisionrehabutah.com.
Planning a weekend project? Red's Ace Hardware in Blanding has paint, tools, grills, and yard supplies from top brands like Craftsman and Weber. Visit us for great deals and expert advice.
Here at Lisle Northern Electric, we take pride in our highly qualified team, dedicated to serving our community. Whether you need commercial, residential, or solar electrical services, our certified experts are ready to meet your needs. We are proud to support our community, especially our youth and high school athletics. Lisle Northern Electric, serving our community since 1957.
Welcome back to San Juan basketball. As we missed, or you may have seen it on the little picture-in-picture there, but during the break between the third quarter and fourth quarter there, they had a paper airplane tossing contest. They put a little target in the middle of the court, and when the fans are able to throw their paper airplanes, and closest to the target gets some kind of prize, I would imagine. I'm not sure how that works out, but nonetheless, Millard here with the inbound as they're trying to zero with the jumper there. Jagger Neves goes down trying to block, not able to go, so San Juan with the rebound here. Looks like Trip Palmer at the top over to Baylor Nilsson. Baylor over to Jagger. Jagger thought about it. He had a good look. Beats it into George McNaughton as he gets in there and is able to muscle around, gets 2-point layup. So that will give 5 points to George McNaughton according to my paper. As Millard will dish it in to number 10 as he goes against a Cole Duke and Jagger, ends up in a turnover. So that will give 9 turnovers to Millard as Trip Palmer gets the dish and the 2-point layup. So that'll be another 2. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout from Millard as the Broncos come out hot with a streak really quick. Trip Palmer with an even 20 points as our lead scorer. We'll send it away for a quick commercial and be right back.
Buying, selling, or refinancing. Trust Anderson Oliver Title Insurance Agency, Southeastern Utah's only locally owned title company, serving San Juan and Grand counties for over 25 years. Visit us today.
At Energy Fuels, creating opportunities and participating in the local community is important to us. Thanks to our dedicated employees, we're safely producing critical materials that support cleaner energy sources and a better planet for future generations. Knowing that the youth of today will make great contributions tomorrow, Energy Fuels is a proud supporter of high school athletics within our communities.
Welcome back as we are set to inbound. We're at 70-48, so the Broncos have got some work to do here as Millard inbounds it and they bring it down court. Looks like Broncos have the full court press here as they look to recover and tighten this game up a little as number 12 will run baseline, dish it out to the number 10. 10 will go back into 32. And that gets a hand on the back there. So turnover, Broncos will recover it, end up getting the foul as Cole Duke drives in and is going to be shooting 2. So Cole Duke at the line shooting 2. Looks like they're going to give that foul to number 24. That'll be his first foul. But Cole Duke with 2-point opportunity here. First one is up and goes in. And we're going to get a blood check here. Looks like somebody might be bleeding. Cole Duke bleeding possibly. I'm not sure here. But the side ref here is going to say he saw a little bit of blood, as this has been a very physical game. So we're going to get a little blood timeout here, a little blood break, excuse me, not a full timeout, but a little blood pause as Millard offers up a cotton swab, it looks like. So Cole Duke with the cotton swab in the nose now, as he appeared to have a little bit of a bloody nose. We certainly don't want that, but he made his first bucket, so he'll try and shoot 2 for 2 here, as the second one is away and rims out. So he went 1 for 2 there at the line. That gives Cole Duke 4 points on the evening, I believe. As he plays some tough defense. They're going to call a travel on Millard there. It looks like number 12 traveled with the ball. So that'll be a turnover favoring the Broncos as Baylor gets it into Jagger. Jagger will go back to Baylor. Oh, as he just gets it just above his head, able to fingertip it back, and as he brought it back down, it hit out of bounds. So Millard now with the turnover. They're going to call some contact here. I believe that's going to be a foul. A push on their number. We'll see what number they give it to. It's Jagger Neves here. Not quite sure if it's Jagger Nieves or Jagger Neves. Either way, I think he's fine with both names, but the announcers here are saying Jagger Nieves, as we've heard it plenty of times before. But he has his second foul. As George McNaughton playing some tough defense, goes up, comes back down, had some contact on that number 10, so it looks like he'll be shooting 2 shots here. I believe George is going to get this foul. That will be his 4th foul, so looking a little bit of foul trouble here for George McNaughton. But there's nobody at the table, so George is going to stay in the game with 4 fouls. Their first shot hits the side of the rim and out, so he's 0-1. He'll see if he get the second shot. So it looks like number 10 will go 1 for 2 at the line, as the Broncos will quickly bring it down court. Jagger driving it out to Baylor Nilsson. Baylor into Trip Palmer, as Trip will fight inside and turn around and get the jumper. Jagger with the rebound and the putback. He looks like he's going to get the and one opportunity. So Jagger with 2 points and the and one opportunity here. And that will give Jagger an even 10 points. We'll see if we can give him one more as he's lined up to shoot. It looks like it was short, just at the front of the rim there. So he will sit at an even 10 points at the moment, as Millard will get the rebound and brings it down court. They will pass it around as 24 will pull up for a 2-point shot, I believe that was. I think he was inside or the foot was on the line. I believe that was a 2-point shot. Nonetheless, Trip Palmer will dish it into George as George will fight inside and goes up for a layup. No call, lots of contact, but no call. As he fights for the rebound, we do get a call. So it looks like we're going to get a foul here against Millard. Number 10, that will be his 4th foul, as we see somebody come to the table, I can imagine, to come in and sub for that number 10, as he's sitting at 4 fouls now. As I talked about earlier in the game, it appears that Millard has a deep bench to pull from. They got about 6 seniors and about 7 or 8 juniors on their bench. So really deep, as Jagger will pull up for a shot and went down on the shot. I don't know if there's a lot of contact there or not, but certainly trying to draw the foul. And number 2 will check in for Millard for that number 10, as he has 4 fouls. But just as we suspected, Millard with the inbound, as we are at 73-51 with just over 4.5 minutes left to play in the final quarter here as the Broncos look to tighten the game, playing some tough defense. And it looks like Millard, ooh, I thought that was going to be out, but no, it looks like it was stayed in. Number 32 will kind of get the layup against the Broncos here as Cole Duke tries to pass it down low, gets intercepted, but then the Millard player will step out of bounds. Oh, I'm sorry, they're going to get the push. They're going to say that was a lot of contact as he tried to get that Millard player, and they're going to give Cole Duke his second foul. The Millard is set to inbound it as the Broncos do press. Baylor Nilsson now on the defense side. Number one's going to pull up for an NBA three, and he's going to get it. He's had the hot hand tonight. I don't know how many points he has, but I know I've called his number a few times from that three-point line, and that one was well beyond the three. As Jagger Neves, I believe, shot that, and it was an air ball. Millard with the breakaway gets too excited and passes it in front of their players, resulting in a turnover, so the Broncos are going to get that opportunity back here. As Jagger goes into Cole, Cole back out to Jagger as they quickly move it down the court. Back over to Jagger. Jagger cross court to Baylor Nilsson. Set up for the three-point. Hits the back of the rim. As Millard gets the rebound but then throws it away. So Broncos are going to get another opportunity with Jagger putting up the three-point shot here. And Easton Nilsson quickly calling a timeout off of that three-point shot from Jagger Neves. So that puts him at 13 points. As we go to a timeout, we'll send it to a quick break.
Blue Mountain Foods, Monticello's hometown grocer, offers fresh meat, deli, bakery, and curbside pickup. Check BlueMountainFoods.com for weekly specials. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 64 West Center Street.
Canyonlands Tire and Blanding offers top quality tires, auto repairs, and fast service. Stop by for all your tire needs. Your local tire experts at Canyonlands Tire.
At Red McCann.
Welcome back to Millard High School as we are in the fourth quarter, 78-54 with 3.5 minutes left in this game as Millard is set to inbound it. And they will get it into number one, that hot hand shooter, as he will bring it down and go against a Trip Palmer. There's quite the height difference there, so I don't know that he was going to take that shot, but he certainly looked at it. They go, Broncos quickly get the rebound and go down. Looks like Cole Duke had the layup and the and one opportunity here. So we'll give 2 points to Cole Duke here. That puts him at 6 points with the and one opportunity. And he will take his shot, and it bounces around, but the Broncos do get the rebound, and they dish it over to Jagger Neves for a three-point shot. Hits the front of the rim. Not able to get it to fall, not able to get the rebound as we had two defenders there trying to get it. The Broncos out here playing some tough defense. It looks like Baylor Nilsson's going to get the tie up here. Oh, they're going to call him for the foul. I suspected that they were going to call a jump ball there, but they're going to say he fouled him and give two shots here. So that'll be Baylor Nilsson, I believe, for his third foul. This number one is lined up here to take his first shot of two. He gets the first one. Looks like two players are coming in. As coach decides to go deep into their bench, I would suspect we're going to see some juniors and possibly even some sophomores here as they have a 79-56 lead with just under 3 minutes to go as the second shot is up. Hits the front and the back of the rim and not able to go in, excuse me. But Millard does get the rebound, so they're going to have an opportunity to reset and develop a play here as Broncos continue to play some tough defense with their fast hands and fast feet. And Millard is seeing that tough defense as nothing opens up. Nonetheless, number 10 is going to drive in and get the layup. Here's the Broncos quickly inbound and move it down the court rapidly. They'll kick it out to Cole Duke over to Jagger Neves. Jagger back to Cole for a three-point shot at the top of the key, and he's able to get that one to fall. So that's 3 points for Cole Duke. That puts him at 9 points. As Millard is going to go up and get the bucket and one opportunity. Looks like a number 2. I have no idea if this is right on my roster, but it looks like that's a Camden Booth. He's a junior. We're going to get some more subs in here. I suspect that these are going to be more juniors and sophomores from the Millard side, as they have the deep bench to pull from. Number 2 is going to shoot his and one opportunity, and he's going to get it. So that ends up being a 3-point play for him, as Jagger Neves inbounds it to Cole Duke at about mid-court there and feeds it into George McNaughton. George out to Trip Palmer. Trip Palmer going to pull it for the 3-point shot, not able to get it. Cole Duke with the putback, not able to get it either, but there is a foul. And it looks like Cole Duke is going to be at the line shooting 2 shots here, as we appear to be in the bonus.
Going to the top man at free throw line, number 31.
So Cole here with the opportunity to put in some buckets. He is sitting at, it looks like 9 points on the night. With that one going in, he's sitting at 10 points for Cole Duke. We'll see if we can make it 11 here, as we are 84-60 with just under 2 minutes left in this game. He's not able to get that second shot. And Baylor Nilsson looked like he had the rebound and then lost it. So Millard with the rebound quickly feeds it down low, gets off of the fingertips, ends up going out of bounds. It looks like the refs are going to discuss possession here, make sure they got the right call. They are going to stay with Bronco basketball as they inbound it. And Jagger Neves now with the ball, driving inside, nowhere to go, kicks it out to Baylor Nilsson as he takes a 3, and it hits the front of the rim. George McNaughton with the rebound and the putback for 2 shots, for 2 points and 1 opportunity. So we'll give George 2 points. He'll have 7 points on the night with that opportunity to have 8 points here if he can get this one to go in. And it hits the front of the rim. Jagger Neves with the rebound. Kicks it across court over to Baylor Nilsson as he drives inside, tries to get the 2-point layup, not able to go. Millard with the rebound as they drive it down court. I would imagine we're going to see them try to run the clock here, but it looks like number 1 is going to quickly fire it, as there was a whistle before the shot. I'm not really sure what the whistle was. I did not see anything necessarily. Looks like they're going to go to the table and talk about something. So I'm not sure what the issue is here. I don't know that it's a clock issue or a points issue or a... It looks like the clock possibly. They're going to let the clock run for just a second. So we're at... So on that last play, we don't believe the clock started. So they did a clock runoff. We're at 1:28 left in the game. 84-62 as Millard inbounds it. And they try to get it down low as he steps out of bounds. So turnover against Miller. That puts them at 12 turnovers on the game. And they'll dish it over to Baylor Nilsson as he will bring it down into Cole Duke. Cole tries to get it back out to Baylor Nilsson with the turnover. Just got tangled up there. With Millard now having the ball and Baylor committing the foul, trying to save a little clock here. Doing whatever we can to stay in this with an 84-62 lead. It's going to be a tough fight with only 1 minute left in the game here. Nonetheless, number 1's going to be at the line shooting 2 as Baylor Nilsson commits his 4th foul. And nobody at the table to come in for Baylor, so we're going to continue to play on for the final minute of the game here, just over a minute. And Jagger to inbound it here as they quickly move it down the court over to Cole Duke. Cole back to Jagger. Jagger back to Cole as he drives inside trying to get the contact, and there is contact but no whistle. They will continue to play. Cole goes over to Baylor Nilsson as he tries to get it into George McNaughton. Trip Palmer ends up with the ball at the top of the key and a 3-point shot, and that does go in. So that's 3 more for Trip Palmer as he leads the night for the Broncos here. Millard, I would imagine they're going to try and burn this clock here, but they seem to be very active in trying to shoot the ball here and get more points on the board. But it does appear they're going to pass it around and play the clock game, as we could imagine they would in this situation. Baylor Nielsen interrupts the pass and drives down for a layup, an attempted layup, but he gets the arm swat before he could even get the ball off. So he's going to go to the line for 2 points here to add, see if we can add to his score. Looks like Baylor Nielsen, I have him at 8 points. So this would be opportunity 9 and 10 if he can get these to go in. So that is, the first one's good. So that'll put him at 9 points according to my paper. As I said, definitely unofficial stats, maybe ballpark figure stats, but I have Baylor at 9 points. And his attempt at his 10th point was not able to go in. But they do get the turnover. They had the little trap. Cole Duke, who can turn around, airball it, but Trip Palmer there for a 2-point layup. So that puts Trip, oh, excuse me, Millard had another turnover. So Baylor Nielsen's going to fire off a 3, hits the front of the rim, and that is game over. With the Millard winning 85-68, Trip Palmer being the lead scorer for the Broncos.
Great job, guys.
At 25 points. So as we end the night, it'll be a Millard win, 85-68. A very fast-paced game, I felt like. Very hard-fought game. This is a good team. Both teams are sitting at 5-3 for the season. So now Millard, that will be 6-3, and Broncos will go 5-4. As we take the long ride home, we'll send it to commercial really quick and be right back for some final stats of the game.
San Juan Building Supply in Blanding has lumber, tools, and building materials for any project. Enjoy quality products and expert advice. Call 435-678-2000 or come in and see us at 1050 South Main Street.
San Juan Credit Union, providing exceptional financial products in southeastern Utah for over 60 years, is proud to support our local high schools. With branches in Blanding, Monticello, and Bluff, along with an ATM in Montezuma Creek, access to those products is easier than ever. San Juan Credit Union offers checking and saving accounts, bill pay, a wide array of loans, and much more, all on a full-service website and mobile app. Plus, they're federally insured by the National Credit Union Association. San Juan Credit Union, your money, your future, your credit union.
Diamond Propane in Blanding, Utah is the only locally owned and operated propane dealer in San Juan County. Call Chas Jacobson today at 435-678-2010 to fill your tank. Diamond Propane is a proud sponsor of local high school sports.
San Juan County Adult Education empowers adults with technical, business, and college skills to join the workforce. Earn a high school diploma or GED. Visit a USU Learning Center or email gina.grover@sjsd.org to learn more. For over 75 years, San Juan Health has offered top medical care in Blanding, Monticello, and Spanish Valley. Visit StreamUtah.Live for our services. San Juan Health, chasing perfection since 1947.
Welcome back to San Juan basketball as we're here at Millard High School at the end of the game here. Just some final stats for those of you who are still watching. There's a good handful of people that are still on the stream, as only a handful of people were able to travel over to Fillmore, and there's a good group online. So I'll read off some final stats here as they are quick to clean up here in this gym. They are raising the hoops already. They're kind of signaling people to, get out of here and head home. So some final stats to think about here. George McNaughton, as I go down the list, George had 7 points. Looks like Jagger Neves ended up with 13 points. Baylor Nielsen with 9 points. Cash Palmer with 2 points. Brig Palmer with 2 points. Cole Duke with an even 10. And Trip Palmer was our lead scorer with a final of 25 points. As we look at the turnovers, it looks like the Broncos won the turnover game, unfortunately, with a total of 17 turnovers to only, looks like 12 turnovers on Millard. So I can imagine that played a factor into it. As we get wrapped up here in Millard High School, we don't anticipate an interview from Easton Nilsson as we have a long trip home back to San Juan, and I'm sure he wants to go into the locker room, or he has gone into the locker room, excuse me, to address his team. And as we get ready for a Friday-Saturday matchup, we kind of get their spirits up and tell them not to hang their heads, that this was a tough team, a tough battle. As we mentioned before, they had about 7 seniors to pull from and about 9 or 10, looks like about 8 or 9 juniors to pull from on their bench. So very experienced team to pull from and a very hard team to play against as they advance. Millard Eagles will advance to a record of 6-3 as the Broncos fall to a 5-4. But we just want to say some final thank yous to our sponsors. And we appreciate the opportunity to come and broadcast these games for all of our viewers and for the schools. It is a great service, and we do appreciate it. We will send it off for the evening as we say thank you for watching. And we will see you on Friday and Saturday as the San Juan Broncos have home games both days. So we will see you this weekend.